Welcome back to what is an unplanned fix-it aid. And what I mean by unplanned is I was going to do a video on my amplifier, my Pride and Joy Pioneer SA-620 amplifier. Nothing wrong with it. I was just going to service it, but make it into a bit of a video. But fate has ways of saying, no, you're not. I put them all on to show on a video and only found then that my tuner is playing up. This is my Pride and Joy here. My Blue Fluoro Pioneer SA-620. Then we got the TX-720 radio tuner and the CT-520 cassette deck. Plug it in. There we are. So if I move this to tuner, whoop. So we got a problem. Let me turn that down. Admittedly, we got a problem with the tuner, which I didn't know because I haven't used it in a while. Oh, it's freed up. Oh no, it's not. It seems to be stuck on channel 7. Will it move up and down? Yeah. Oh, it's freed up now. You can see something's going on there because the light is flickering. Like if it wants to change. Doing it there as well. Yeah, it's gone back to 7. So something's going on there. And we need to take a look. Like I said, I was going to service this. But now, fate has given me another problem to deal with. So, let's take a look. Yeah, so as you can see, very frustrating because I don't like it when these break or stop working properly or whatever. Needless to say, we're going to take a look at it, aren't we? Right, I've unscrewed that now, but what I'll do is I'll plug it in just to show the issues still present. So we are. Just switched it on now. See? It won't come off position 7. You could search. It's not going to find anything because there's no aerial plugged into it. But, see, it won't come off position 7. Which is annoying. So we're going to take a look at it. So there's only 4 screws on this. Take the cover off. And in we go. It's a bit dusty. It's collected a bit of dust. I have changed the battery before, and I used hot snot. But the problem seems to lay here, doesn't it? So we need to take that off now. So I'm going to lift this up now. This will come off. I want to put this safe. Don't want to be scratching or marking the plastic or the metal on it. Now, you've got these little pinch clips here. You do it with your hand. There we are. So that filter is what gives it its nice blue glow. That's all it is. Really want to put that safe. So we need to have a look what's going on here. So These are just, I'll make sure nothing's wrong here. These are just tactile buttons, see? And I'm wondering if one of them's getting stuck. And the one would be the 7. Apologies for the rain, it's absolutely tanking it down outside. I'd rather it be that than something a bit more major. But even saying that, we've got to take this front off. So more screws. I've got some movement. There we are. Here we are. So this is the front board. Here's these switches here. Now they're just normal tactile switches. Now it doesn't sound like it's getting stuck down. I hope it's not something deeper in. But these are not the sort of things you can just spray with contact cleaner and hope it goes away. It doesn't work like that then. So I'm going to try and remove it. But to do that, I need to remove this first. And there's a couple of screws on the back. There's a couple of screws on the back. So that can come off now. There we are. So I'll try and test this now. So if I test this one, usually from corner to corner. And usually I'm wrong. Right. Yeah, I am right. Corner to corner. Right, so let's try this one. Yeah. So what about this one? See how that? Look at that. Sticking on. And it only has to stay on a split second after, because if you switch it to there and that one's still on, it'll take over again. Woohoo, it's the switch. Right. Right, that's massively annoying. Is that going to do the job, or is it going to sit too proud? Just having a look, because that's all it presses it. Let's try it. Let's take it off. See where we go. Here we are. He's out. Oh, he's almost out. There we are. So let's take a look. That does sit a little bit higher. So I'm going to put this one in now and see if we are going to be changing the switch today, or am I going to have to order a specific one in. Fits nicely enough. Smell off these old boards. Let's see how that feels. Right, I'll give it a clean. Actually, I'll test this first and then I'll give it a clean. So I'm going to put that back on there. That'll sit down like that. And you can see that one is sitting a little bit further out. Now, is that going to be a big issue? I don't think it is. It's not pressing it. It just sits out. You can just see it sits out a little bit more. Or do I replace the lot? I'm not going to do that. Not today. So I'm just going to give this a clean. Right, let's put this back together now then. Put this back in. See if that switch has done the job. Oh, it's already on. No, look at this. It's still doing it. Oh my word. I was not expecting that. I thought that switch had had it. Oh, back to it. And still, see? That's not even on there. Look, I've lifted that up. So that's not even on there, look. So it's not pressure on the switch. If I press that, so the question is why? So the video that you can see playing to the left, I'm refitting the original switch because even though I thought that was the problem, it isn't. I'm reflowing the ribbon cables and all the other connections on that board and still no luck. So it has to be a problem deeper in, so on the main board. So what I'm going to do next is have a look at that, get the schematic out and see if we can find a problem. I'm checking that chip for the voltages. I'm comparing it, as you can see, to the schematic, but the voltages seem a bit off on some of the pins and some of the other pins are jumping around all over the place. So I don't know if it's that chip's gone or there's something else at play. So at this point, I think I'm just going to have to call it a day because it's really starting to, it's getting late. It's getting late. So let's see where we go. So it's a new day, and admittedly I was got to say, right, it's not working. This has gone on long enough. I'll have to do a second part at some point and have a look at it again. So I went to bed and I was lying there thinking about it, and I decided to get back up and have a little bit of a prod around, only 5 minutes. And I found something whilst I was prodding, and when I say prodding, I mean literally prodding for connections and all, because I was thinking the lights are flickering, the LEDs are flickering, and it's on and off. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It sounds like a bad connection somewhere. So this is what I found. So I'll switch it on. And as you can see, it's doing its nonsense. But if I push down, because I was just feeling around the chip, but if I push the board down, it starts working. Off, on, off. See, it goes straight back there. On. So it's definitely a loose connection somewhere, or something's wrong. So let's take a look. And this is around this area. What's that down there? I think what I'm going to do is remove the chip, the IC. And I'll show you for why. Right, let's see how willingly this is going to come up now. Quite willingly, actually. That side does, anyway. So it's still this side that doesn't want to come up yet. Why is that? That one there. It's just that one, is it? Which one was it? Here we are. And he's out. I'm going to give this area a bit of a clean. Oh, I was going to put a cage in it, but that ain't going to work because these are 22 pins aside. I still give it a clean though. So that's much better. Got this item, I'm going to cage or bracket or whatever you want to call it. But at least this is going to get soldered in better now. Give it a nice liberal amount of flux. I want to seat this capacitor a bit better. See if that's done anything. It has. It was still a bit finicky at first though, and it's gone to 7. Did I leave it on 7? Just leave it there. Yeah. That does seem to have helped, doesn't it? Really has. So I think the soldering around that IC was... Because what I did... What happened was, and it was off camera, I put my finger on it, just pushed down on the chip, and that's when it started working again. So I didn't know if it was the chip area or everything around it. But what I'll do now is I think I'll give that area a reflow. I think we'll play some music. Perfect. Brilliant. There we are. Happy days. Couldn't be happier that it's now working. And it just goes to show that sometimes you need to just walk away, have a little think about it, and then go back instead of going worst case scenario in your head and think, oh, I'll deal with it another time. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for everyone who watched. Thanks for everyone who subscribed and comments. And I will see you very soon. Don't forget to press that subscribe button. Come on now. Ta-da.